Welcome to Omnis Oracle. You can like, share, comment, and or subscribe if you feel my vibe. You can also ring my bell to be notified when I upload another free collective reading for your sign or the sign that you're interested in. You can ring my bell, ring my bell, ring my bell. If this reading does not resonate with you, you can check your sun, moon, and rising. Now, I don't know too much about that, so you can look for Yin Lati on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Okay, you just type in or search, put in the search engine, Yin Lati. Okay, and she'd be more than happy to help you with that. So I want to talk about my objective. My objective is to, with Christ consciousness and the gift of prophecy, channel messages from the divine army God has given charge over us. Okay, and so the tangible tools that I will be using will be tarot, oracle. I will be doing angel messages. Okay. And so the gift of prophecy is to edify, strengthen, and encourage those who are listening. And that's from 1 Corinthians 14 verse 3. So periodically I will be also using scripture because there are pearls of great price all up in there too. You feel me? History is history. So this is what I hope to do with this channel, is to encourage you, to edify you, to lift you up, to give you strength. Okay? It's more in the gift of prophecy and not so much in the office of a psychic. Okay? Although we are tapping into some things that are quite personal to you. All right? So today I'm feeling led to start off with tarot. Okay? And I'm going to use a few decks that I feel led to use, but I want to pray. Okay? So I'm going to pray with my singing bowl, because at the same time that I'm praying, I want to be calling on the divine army, channeling in the divine army, and also signaling healing, okay, within us while we do this reading. Okay? So, Almighty breasted one, Mommy God, Father of the heavenly lights, where every good and perfect gift comes from, I thank you for blessing us today with no painful toil, no sorrow, and no harmful causations. I thank you for your Christ consciousness and for giving your angels charge to lead us and guide us in the ways that we shall go, and to counsel us with your loving eye. Ashe. I barely got the singing bowl to sing today. So spirit, source, conscious universe, Lady Wisdom, Creator, higher self, angels, the whole divine army, I call upon thee. Please give us the message that God has for us today. Ooh, that was quick. Now, I believe I did forget to mention, that's why I do cards, because I tend to forget. But I did forget to mention that we are doing, we're doing a reading for Leo, okay? We're doing the fire sign. We're in the energy of fire, okay? And the fire signs we have here is Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. And I did look up some traits to give us some guidance in this reading. The traits of the fire signs are We love our own space, because I'm a fire sign, I'm a Leo. So I'm going to say we. We love our own space and like to exercise free will. Okay, that's why for a lot of us, religion just doesn't cut it for us. We try it, and eventually, when we're done, being chained, we break ourselves free. Okay, we're very inspirational and devoted to people. I can attest to that. We create opportunities for others and tend to draw opportunists to us. Okay. We're fun, we're exciting, we're friendly, and we're encouraging. So people tend to think that we're outgoing, but really, we're very much to ourselves. Um, we cover up our emotions with strength, and we tend to only open up to a very chosen few. Okay? So we already have the Page of Pentacles for the Leo. All right. And I'm going to get to you, Aries and Sagittarius, as soon as I feel led or feel drawn to a reading for Sagittarius and Aries. We're going to get into that, okay? But it does help also to know that today's date is September 14th. So I don't know when actually this reading, I'm going to get to upload this reading, but this reading is for this month, the rest of this month in September, all the way to the end of the year, the message that our divine army has for us. Okay, and so it's helpful to know. So I looked this up, that on the 13th, which was yesterday at 3:32 p.m., our moon entered into Leo. So that's why I'm doing fire signs, okay, because Leo is a fire sign. And tomorrow we're going to enter into Virgo, but I'm going to continue to do fire signs, okay? And I'm going to be doing the overall energy of Leo when it comes to love, finances, and spirituality. And it's also helpful to know that the sun represents our personality and the moon represents our emotions. And so the characteristics that I gave you for fire signs can also give you an idea of how you're going to feel emotionally when it comes to love and needing our own space and things like that. And how also you're going to probably feel a little bit different, because I believe that our moon is in Virgo. Starting yesterday, our moon is in Virgo. So I'm just going to read off some earth signs, because Virgo is an earth sign. Okay, so if we're feeling Virgo-ish, these are the things that we're going to be feeling or demonstrating that are not quite in our character. You know what I'm saying? So you might find yourself living in the moment, trying to make the best of life. You might find yourself being very goal orientated and practical, and you're usually emotional, right? You're going to find yourself grounded in your values, and let's see, you're going to find yourself being more reliable than usual, being on time for work, things like that. You're going to find yourself being real, authentic, and straightforward. And I remember my own testimony is, as a Leo, this is Leo fire sign, honey, courageous and all that, but a lot of times we're empathic and we tend to feel the energy of others and become like the energy of others. So we come off fake, you know what I'm saying? And it's not that we're trying to come off fake, it's because, basically we're empathic and we tend to think that someone else's energy is ours until we learn the superpower of our gift, okay, and learn how to work with it. So Virgos don't have that problem. They're very real, they're very authentic, they know who they are, and they're straightforward, and they're grounded, and they're reliable, okay? They believe in hard work and providing for themselves and their family. Their actions speak louder than their words, and when it comes to them, your actions also has to speak louder than your words. And they notice things that often go unnoticed. So Virgo is seeming like on point, okay? We're going to like being in this Virgo moon, okay? Because it doesn't sound very emotional to me. And so we're not going to be all whimpering and emotional and weak and things like that, even though, you know, fire sign, we cover our weakness with strength, but we are very vulnerable. And that's what I mean by weak: being vulnerable, feeling emotional, feeling empathic, feeling sensitive, and things like that. There's a lot of strength in that, but we tend to cover what we think is weak with what other people view strength as. You know what I'm saying? So, because we don't like to be vulnerable. You know, we feel vulnerable, but we don't like to be vulnerable. So we have the Page of Pentacles. So basically, this is telling me that when it comes to love, okay, family, and things like that, we are entering Virgo. So we're definitely going to come into some financial stability. We're going to come into stability when it comes to the people in our lives. You know, we're going to come into relationships that are stable, that are secure, that are authentic, that are real, okay? Coming in with this Virgo energy. And we have the Fool, okay? And so very interesting being in the Virgo energy, how we have the Fool coming up. Okay, but the Fool is not a fool, honey. The Fool basically is all about taking the chances that you need to take to do what you got to do, basically to get these pentacles on and popping. You feel me? So that's all I'm getting from this deck. All right, that's all that came out of this deck. So I want to go into the Light Seers deck and see what the Light Seers deck has for us. What does our angels, what does the conscious universe, what the spirit has to say to us through this deck? And so we have the Seven of Cups, okay? And so basically what that is telling me is everything that we dream about and everything that you can dream about is coming to pass in this Virgo season, because we are in our magician mode and we trying to make that happen, honey. When it comes to our finances, we are making decisions that are going to make our dreams come true. And being in our fire sign energy, also that means we are taking action. Taking the action that's needed in order to make our dreams come true. Okay, some of you might be seeing 9/11 or seeing ones a lot. That just means, you know, like 11/11, you know, 9/11 is justice, I believe, for me. Every time I see 9/11, I see justice, okay? Judgment, meaning now is your time, okay? Where the first will become last and the last will become first. And so we got to be careful what we're manifesting, because out of one of those dream bowls, we have a snake coming out. So we have good dreams as well as bad dreams. So we have to pay attention to what we're dreaming so that we are prepared for what we are manifesting. Are we manifesting bad dreams or good dreams? You know what I'm saying? And if you find yourself dreaming up things that are undesirable to you, it could be you can possibly manifest that if you do not take the time out to pay attention to what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're dreaming, whether you're daydreaming or the dreams when you lie down and go to sleep, you know, or the dreams or the desires of your heart. Really think about the intentions that go along with the desires of your heart, okay? Is it for the greater good? Is it for your greater good? Is it for the greater good of those connected to you, for the greater good of the universe, okay? So just really think about what you desire, what dreams you want to come to pass, what dreams you want to come true. And if you're having some nightmares, honey, All right, don't manifest that, because we're in the manifesting season. We're in a season where we are called to take action in that Virgo energy when it comes to grounding ourselves in family, grounding ourselves in our finances to provide the security that we need emotionally and physically, as well as spiritually. Okay, but mostly when it comes to this Pentacles is more on is more about the energy of family, stability, finances, being grounded, things like that. And so just be careful what you're manifesting. Transmute those negative thoughts or toxic thoughts into something positive, or just release it into the universe. You know, if you find yourself having a thought and and I know when I have thoughts, visuals comes with those thoughts, and I call that dreaming or visions and things like that. And so when I am conscious of what I'm thinking, and I know that we're in the manifesting energy of Virgo, I have to say, okay, I release that thought into the universe, and then trust that the universe knows what to do with that thought. Okay, so that's the card that we got from there. And on the bottom of the deck, we have some more Virgo energy, which is, and I feel like it's also not just Virgo energy, but it's also the energy of fire, the Leo energy, the fire sign energy when it comes to taking action. Okay, because what he's doing is he's tending to his harvest from the seeds that he has planted and worked so hard for. And he's tending to it with thanksgiving in his heart. And because he has thanksgiving in his heart, it's what he is using to tend to his harvest. And that harvest is more pentacles, okay? More Virgo energy with the pentacles. Everything that he's harvested, these pentacles can stand for family. These pentacles can stand for work, you know, relationships, when it comes to work and when it comes to home, you know, things, just living life, period. Okay, things that we have been working so hard on, relationships that we've been working so hard on to provide ourselves the stability that we would like to have, the security that we would like to have in relationships and in our finances. Okay, we've done the work. All right, and now, you know, we need to harvest that work. We need to harvest those relationships on our job and at home in our relationships. We need to harvest everything, every seed that we've planted. You know, no matter how small the growth is, it will get bigger and bigger and bigger and provide more security and more abundance if we tend to it with thanksgiving, and not, you know, be looking at what you don't have, but look at what you do have from it and be thankful. And that's what's going to make it grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And he is that hand that he's using to thankfully tend to his harvest. It is his giving hand. Okay, he must have planted those seeds with his receiving hand, but he is harvesting it with his giving hand. So that's the action that we need to take, Leos. Okay, fire signs. That's the action that we need to take. So if you're Sagittarius and you're watching this, and you're Aries and you're watching this, really, really, really tap into that energy, because it's fire energy and you are also fire energy. Okay, although I'm going to do your own separate read. So when it comes to relationships, honey, tend to the relationships that you have. Be thankful for the relationships that you have, that is growing into something that you can tend to and give into. Okay, that's it. You know, I want to say walk away from what no longer serves you and things like that, but I really feel like if we're focused on what is serving us with hearts of thanksgiving and tending to it with that heart, okay, we don't have to worry about the things that no longer serve us, or walking away from what no longer serves us, because we're acting on what is serving us. All right, so I think that's a beautiful blessing. And I'm just gonna, this is Omnis Oracle, and I am gonna be pulling out the Oracle cards at some point, but today I didn't feel led per se to do an Oracle, but I do feel led to do a guardian angel message, okay? But first, I got my new deck, Osho Zen Tarot in the house. Okay, so I got this, and I want to shuffle this and see if there's a message that our Divine Army has for us in this deck. Okay, and I believe it is. So if nothing flips out, scratch that. These cards are flipping out quick for me. Okay. So, I don't know what significance this has that it's falling on the floor. Just to me, it just means get grounded. We're in that Virgo energy. We're in that Pentacle energy. Okay. So, if we do everything that the Divine Army is encouraging us to do, instructing us to do, guiding us to do, this is all divine counsel, okay? If we do everything, we're going to have reason to celebrate, okay? They look happy. And this can represent friends and family that we're rejoicing with. We're happy with them. Have fun. I mean, listen, it can't be all about work, okay? It can't be all about, I know the Virgo energy is about being real and being grounded and being reliable and stuff like that. But when it comes to that fire energy, you got to use that fire energy to switch up, the energy a little bit and put a little play in that energy. Celebrate, have fun, be thankful for what you already have, is the message that I'm getting from this card, okay? And then we have the inner voice. And so when we're making decisions and taking action, let us not forget to listen to our inner voice. Let us not forget to listen to our heart. I believe the inner voice represents our heart. Okay, because we have the dolphins here, and that represents emotion. So take care of yourself emotionally as well as physically and financially. Take care of the emotions in your relationships with others also. Tend to those things, because those things are also pentacle energy that we need to tend to. All right, and then we have control, and we have the Fool again. Wow. How in the world does those go together? Control and the Fool. Oh, what are you trying to say? Okay. So, listen, there's nothing wrong. See, we got the Fool again. We got it twice. There's nothing wrong with taking chances and doing what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Taking action. All right? Take that leap and trusting that the universe will catch you. All right, we're in the energy of trust. I feel like, the fire signs is all about trust, honey. We like to take action and we usually don't take action unless we're sure that we're going to get, what we're going to get up out of it. And that Virgo energy doesn't help much, honey, because that Virgo energy is like, listen, I need to see receipts, you feel me, before we take action. But I feel that the energy in this is the Divine Army is just saying it's okay for you to take chances, to have fun, to leap, and to trust that we catch you. But don't be stupid about it, okay? You can be a little silly and a little childlike or whatever, but operate in self-control. Okay, and this card also reminds me of do I remember that card? Is it the Hierophant? It reminds me of the Hierophant a little bit. Don't forget your precepts. Don't forget your beliefs. Don't forget, that when you're deciding to make other people happy in your life and show them how much you appreciate them in your life, don't forget to make sure that you're not doing it in a way that you are depleting yourself of your own precepts. Okay? And so that was a blessing. And let me see what card comes, what message we're going to get from the, I call it the Guardian Angel deck. Okay. So I feel like I want to read this one. It says opportunity. And that's a blessing because our first card that came out was the Page of Pentacles, okay? And it's interesting to me that the Page of Pentacles, usually the age group of a page is someone that is considered immature, and then we got the Fool card, you know what I'm saying? And I was just listening to someone talk about how, you know, we shouldn't grow up. It's a trap, right? You know, and that just means that, you know, we should take life as a child does, but with the maturity of the Hierophant. Okay, it's okay to approach life with the innocence of a child, but also balance that out with the wisdom we get from, you know, from life, from living, you know, as long as we have lived. So we have the opportunity message, guardian angel message, and it says wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly. Okay, what did I say earlier? We're not dwelling on, you know, things that no longer serve us. Okay, we're forgetting about that. We're tending to the things that we can be grateful for, the relationships that we can be grateful for, the finances that we can be grateful for. I don't care if you got one penny. If you can find a reason to be grateful for that one penny, then you're going to manifest 2 pennies. Okay, find a way you can be grateful for 2 pennies, you're going to end up manifesting 3 pennies. Okay, so forget about the past. All right, it says surrender the past lovingly, though. Okay, there is nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. All right, everything that you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desire. And that is the Fool's card. Move forward, okay? Trust joyfully. And that also reminds me of, where's that other card? With him tending, I think it was the 7 of Pentacles, with him tending to his harvest. This one, because it was at the bottom of the deck. Okay, with Thanksgiving in his heart. And it also reminds me of the celebration. Do all things in celebration. Okay, with a thankful heart. Like a fool, honey, trusting and believing that everything in the past happened to benefit what you're harvesting in the present. Okay, and so that is the message. I hope that everyone was blessed. Ashe, receive your word, receive your healing, receive your guidance, and look forward to the next video where I do a reading for Aries or Sagittarius. I'm not sure which one yet. I'm feeling led towards Sagittarius, but we'll see. Because when I'm feeling led, it just means that there's a word in me for you, okay, in that season. So I have to do what I feel led to do. So be looking for that next video. Ring that bell, subscribe and ring that bell so that you will be notified when my video comes up and you won't miss it. Have a blessed day, and listen, pick these pearls up and rock them, boo-boo. Don't trample them. Have a blessed day. All right, so what card am I going to see you out with? Let's celebrate.